Hello squad, we're here to talk about the wonderful world of air travel. And in this particular case, the wonderful world of air travel with firearms. Now, I have done this a bunch and I know the ins and outs and I know what could happen, so I'm going to try to go through this one take without stammering too much, so just bear with me. Alright, so hard case with double locks, whether it is a small one for a single pistol, right, so single pistol, or a larger one for pistols, carbines, shotgun, whatever. Something like this, double locked, goes in your checked baggage. You can just slip it right into your checked baggage. Something like this is travel alone. So either way, have your key with a snap link on it, so that way you could clip it onto your clothing or your carry-on backpack, etc. Because you don't want to lose that sucker. And then have a spare somewhere else. Because, yeah, you don't want to lose this, and you don't want to have to give them up. When you get to the ticket counter, you put your bags on the scale, ask the ticket agent for a declaration. Or just say simply, I need a declaration. They will come back with, are you traveling with firearms? The answer is yes. So they give you an orange piece of paper, you sign and date it. They are supposed to initial it. It's as simple as that. That's all they're supposed to do. Now, as soon as you sign and date it and they initial it, you unlock your gun box. And with that signed piece of paper, you open it about this far and slip it in. Slip that declaration right in. Now, what may happen is a ticket agent may say something like this: I need to see that they are clear. Well, you're not going to pull a freaking gun out in the terminal and work the slide. So it may be something just like this, or you want to see that they're clear, here you go, and just capitulate. Just show them, and they might be happy with that. And I orient it on the scale so that passengers behind me can't see what's going on. And that may be good enough, but you know, you have to be courteous, but then again, you have to capitulate. You might suggest to that ticket agent, who doesn't even know which way the freaking bullet comes out of, that, hey, it's probably not prudent in today's climate for me to pull out guns within the confines of the terminal and start flashing them around. But they are all cleared, the hammers are all back. All right, now, one of the things I travel with, and I burned this out just 10 minutes ago, are the TSA rules and regs for traveling with firearms and ammunition. Periodically they change. So this has changed a little bit since the last time I traveled. Now, one of the things that changed is it was permissible to travel with magazines, loaded magazines, because that's a carrier for ammunition. Now it reads that if the mags are loaded, they have to, let me see, cardboard plate. You cannot use firearms magazines or clips for packing ammunition unless they completely enclose the ammunition. So for instance, like AR-15 Magpul mags, they have that little clip on the bottom. You're wondering what that's for? That's to put the clip on the top of the magazine once they're loaded, because now it completely encloses the ammunition. So you could travel with that guy. In any case, when you travel with ammo, the rules say that it needs to be in their original box. So to be on the safe side, just put the ammo in the original boxes. Load it when you get there. Another thing that might happen is, you know, if you're traveling with ammo, they might ask, how many pounds of ammunition do you have? Each airline's a little bit different. I believe Delta is 11 pounds. So whether I'm carrying 9 pounds of ammo or 15, the answer is I'm traveling with 11 pounds of ammunition. That is the answer. Because I've traveled with 15, maybe 20 pounds of ammunition before. They're not going to pull it out and weigh it separately. They're not going to do that. All right. So once the declaration is in there, my TSA rules, it's all packed up nice and tight. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to lock it again, and I'm hoping that's the configuration it stays in until I get to the other end. Key goes somewhere secure, it clips onto me or onto my baggage. With a box like this, the next thing they'll tell you is you need to hand carry that. After you weigh it, you need to hand carry it over to oversized baggage. So you hand carry it over there, and there's TSA agents there. You give it to them, they put it through the scanner, and 9 times out of 10, they'll say, good to go. A lot of times, their scanners are not in plain view, however. They're behind somewhere, they're behind the magic curtain. Don't worry about the man behind the curtain. So I worry about the man behind the curtain. In that case, where you check your bag to oversized baggage, TSA takes it behind the curtain, you've got to wait. Usually about 10 minutes, and you could just ask them. You could just say, hey, should I wait here? And they'll say yes. How long? 10 minutes. And sometime they'll call you, sometime they won't. A lot of times they're very courteous about it. They'll come out and just give you a thumbs up. You're good to go because it went through the scanner, good to go. If it triggers our alarm and it's in plain view, no problem, right? Give the key to him and he's going to open it up. He or she will open that box up, look at it, do all their freaking push tests and all that crap, whatever they do, close it back up, give your key back and say, thank you, have a good day. If it's behind the curtain, they might come out to you and say, hey, I need your key. That doesn't suit me well because I've had shit happen my weapons are not in plain view of me. See, the rules used to state on the TSA guidelines that the key for this remains with the passenger at all times, or in view of the passenger. Now, what it says is, now it says, where is that? Check bags at your airline for container, ammunition, component there. Only the passenger should retain the key or combination to the lock unless TSA personnel request the key to open the firearm container to ensure compliance with TSA regulations. It used to say only the passenger should retain the key or should be in sight of the passenger, something like that. But now they changed that because guys like me bitched about it too much, that they're not following their own guidelines. So in that case, you've got to capitulate, man. Just bend over and take it right up the keister. Right up the keister. Because who knows what they're doing behind that curtain? Rat fucking around with your gear. For instance, I have one, when I got to the other side of one destination, both of my 1911s were on half cock. And if you're a 1911 guy, you know what that means. I don't put my pistols in half cock configuration, but both of my 1911s were in half cock. So I am fiddling with this guy. I'm like, those guys were messing with my freaking pistolas. And this one would not go into battery. And I'm going, what the hell? And I saw a burr on the tip of the barrel, which means behind closed curtains, they dropped this guy. And it went like that. Boom. I had to go to a hardware store. Let's see, I don't know if you could see that. And take off the burr with a file on this $3,500 1911. And what could you do about it? Not a fucking thing. Government, bro. Government. Yep, not a fucking thing. That's what you could do about it. All right. On the other side. So once you get there on the other side, usually if it's a box like this, it's not going to come out, and it should not come out with the regular baggage. A handler should carry it to the airline's baggage claim terminal. So that's where you pick it up. It may go also to oversized baggage. It's inconsistent. Every airport is different. Just be prepared for inconsistencies. Be prepared to capitulate. Be prepared to be subservient and say, roger that, 3 bags full. So on the other side, you pick it up and just, have your driver's license with you or baggage claim slip, whatever, so that you can prove that that case is yours. That's what should happen. I want this going into the right hands on the other side. I don't want it coming down with all the other baggage from every clown that's traveling with a bunch of freaking underwear and presents for grandma. I want this shit going to the right hands and going directly to the airline baggage claim terminal within the freaking baggage claim terminal itself. What Delta does, or I don't know if they still do it, to prevent you from opening this up in the terminal, is they put zip ties around it. Which I don't freaking mind. I don't mind. I don't need them right now. I could go to the car and take my freaking knife and pull off the zip ties and then load a mag and put it on me. So I don't mind. You know, they're doing their best to help prevent something bad to go wrong. And, you know, it's something versus nothing. So if you have that little box and it goes inside of your check bag, you know, it just goes right down with the baggage, and they scan it, and just be prepared to get that call. You know, just listen to the monitors. So and so, we need your key. And if you've made it to your gate and you hear that call, usually the gate agent will come and get you and say, "Hey, I need your key. They need to check out your box." Once again, it's behind closed doors. You ain't seeing nothing. Just give them the key and wait there and let them open it up and finger fuck it or whatever they're gonna do, and just take it right up the keister again. Last thing, let me see. Oh yeah. Another tip. So a box like this, right? A box like this, 2 steel reinforced lock hatches. These Pelicans also had 2 more, right there and right there. I went to one airport and the gate agent said, "Hey man, TSA here, just to fair warn you, they are dicks." This is the gate agent on Delta Airlines telling this to me. I said, "All right." He said, "Those empty slots need locks." I said, "You gotta be kidding me." He goes, "Nope, they're gonna need locks because they're available, and they want every available lock to have a lock on it." So no big deal. Went to the gift shop and bought 2 TSA locks. By the way, they don't have to be TSA locks. Whatever locks you want. But when I got home, I used a Dremel tool and cut these dudes off, just to mitigate that from happening again. So there's a few tips. If I think of anything else, I will put it in the notes, squad. But hope you enjoyed it. Boom. Rock and roll. Hoochie coo.